this bill.
Senator Cadell.
Thank you, Acting Deputy President. It's late at night on a Tuesday. We're here. A lot of people tired, not a lot of energy in the room, but I'm buzzing. I love a great love story. Who doesn't love a great love story? And what we have here is a beautiful one. The Greens and Labor Party together again. You know, it's a beautiful thing to see. And I'm sure, just like the great relationships in history, you know, Donald and Ivanka, Sonny and Cher, David Lee Roth and the Van Halen brothers, nothing will break this up. And you can hear the love tonight, the mutual respect between both these parties, talking about how great it is to be working with each other again. Nothing will go wrong here. But as we're looking at this, let's get down to what really is happening here. It seems the Greens may be a cheaper date than they really say. We've heard the talking points of $3 billion being added to housing as part of this deal, but let's face it, Labor came to the table with $2 billion of that a long time ago. So let's get down to it. The deal's $1 billion. That's it. That's what we're sold out for, $1 billion. They're already doing $2 billion of that themselves, but we got $1 billion more. But let's not tell anyone that's what we sold out for. We got $3 billion. That's the story, and I don't want to disrupt that. So that's the price we've got. That's what we're going here. But what do we get for the rest of it? We've already heard one partner in the marriage talking about the rest is a crapshoot. The rest is what do we get out of the future fund? What do we bet on? What do we get? How much money is guaranteed from that in the future to go into this? Don't get me wrong. We get the need. Everyone's standing up and talking about those doing it rough, those not in beds tonight, those around the world. We understand that. But there is a great power out there ready to build more houses. Private enterprise. Take the reins off these guys and they will get it to you. There's about to be almost unparliamentary, I think, Acting Deputy President. Property developers. Let's get down to them. Those in that corner have done everything they could possible since invention. They'll have people in council meetings today across Australia seeing a DA and voting no. Can't build that block, can't build those units, can't build that because there's a cross-eyed cockroach or a left-handed dandelion somewhere near it. And these are the things that go on. And so the greatest threat to housing and supply is the answer. I get that. That's why we've got to build more homes. But the money here tonight won't build new homes because there'll be a 2-year planning period. And then they'll and ah and they'll... And you know, this is what's going to go on because people in that corner will be up there sending out... The same people sending out that we need lower rents, we need this, we need that, are out there saying can't build it, can't build it, can't build it. That's the truth of the situation. And I had a fear when I was going through the bill that this new money, the $1 billion that you've managed to get, might go into actually just replacing stuff that was already DA'd approved to get some quick results. But I hear tonight, and I saw through, that the requirement for 100% accessible building, this is all new DA stuff. They'll have to be planned, they'll have to be, lodged, they'll have to do all this. Nothing here tonight will be built for years because of what's happened. So I say this, don't use property developers as a bad word. If you live on a housing developer, if you live in a block of units, they got around and they do it. Don't take the money off them, don't do that. There's all that sort of stuff in that. But we need more of them getting out there. They need to get their approvals quicker. The stories I've heard now are that getting the approvals, setting aside the capital, the holding costs of everything, while it all goes through, all the lodgement, is sometimes costing more than the raw land itself. Taking longer, doing longer. We have made it so hard to build houses that people aren't building houses. It's not hard to understand. If it is the right zone, if it is a compliant development, let's get these things through. It is supply, and these people are not bad people. They will use their money, they will put their risk capital to build the housing this nation needs if you get out of their way. But we can't because you know better than everyone. You know better than the people over there, better than the people putting their money up to build these things. And this funding has got through, held out for more, held out for a lot more, sold a lot cheaper. But nothing will happen because of the rules your people on the ground put around developments, put around all of the things that need to happen. And until Australia is not a country that lacks land, we've got a ton of it for our population, a ton of it. And the same things are going through. If you look at Canada, Canada has a lot of land, and across the border from Canada is America, and you can get the same house 5 minutes drive away for half the price. Why? Because they allow development. Because they allow free enterprise to get on with the job. The answers we have on our federal level, we don't get down into that rental state, and I get that. I respect the Constitution and separation. I respect we can do what we can here, and I think it's a good situation. But what we can do is, with a government, with their infrastructure grants, with their funding to cities, local governments, all these sorts of things, they can tie. Imagine if we had a process where we just made any local government, any state, improve the housing supply by a percentage factor to qualify for these grants. Imagine we said, you want your road funding, you want your drainage funding, you want this, increase your available housing supply, increase the blocks, increase the lots, increase this. There is money out there to do it. For those who think the government is the answer to do everything, if they're not drinking their bathwater, they're certainly sucking the washer. And this is money going into something where we are replacing something because there is a sense that government has to be in the centre of everything, and it doesn't. This is a lack of housing is being caused by government, and including, I accept that, Senator Pratt. I'll take the interjection, Acting Deputy President. We're over there, we're so smart about what we can do as government. The more we get out of the way, the better it is. We have caused this market failure, and it is a market failure because people are too scared to put up their money anymore because of fear of getting knocked back for rubbish reasons. So, well done on getting this bill thing. I hope it's a long and lasting and happy relationship. I can hear from the comments already that it won't be. When you're taking the mick out of each other already on this, sell it as $3 billion when we know it's $1 billion. Put your social media up telling everyone you're fighting for the rent controls when nothing can be done at a federal level. It is a joke what has happened, but this will get there. It will cause some good, I grant you that, but not for some time. Don't sell it as an answer for everything, because really it's an answer for very little.